Alright, I just wanted to do a quick video so that people in other new orientation sessions are a little more prepared for enrollment because currently it's 9:40 a.m. Our enrollment started at 9 o'clock and it was like rough for a lot of students on getting which classes they want. So hopefully this video can just give you a head start on this process. To make this video more structured, I'll be going over what you might want to do for enrollment in 3 distinct stages. So first, I'll go over the background information and the theory behind enrollment. Then I'll cover the actual enrollment process and what that looks like. Finally, I'll go over how to maximize your enrollment pass and strategies you can use to make sure you get the classes you want. So the purpose of new student orientation is to get students to enroll in classes that they want. Since that's the main purpose of the entire thing, the first 2 days of new student orientation are primarily concerned with teaching you how to enroll in class, while the third day is the primary day where everyone has their enrollment pass and enrolls. So our enrollment pass was at 9 a.m. and it was a free-for-all enrollment. All people in session 101 enrolled at the same time at 9 a.m. And this is important because although all of the classes were open right when our enrollment pass started, the sheer number of people in our enrollment session outnumbered the number of spaces in classes that we needed. So therefore, by having everything and everyone enroll at once, you need to be able to get the classes you want as fast as possible, because they will be taken up otherwise. So this leads to me talking about the whole planning system. This is your class planner. Your new student advisor will go over this and you don't need to worry about this for now. But what I can recommend is adding almost 8 alternatives to a class. So most classes have a lecture section and a discussion section. The lecture section will have a high number of seats available. So for example, for Chemistry 14A, Lecture 2, there's 80 seats in the class with the lecture. However, the discussion section is capped at 6 students. So it's very important to have alternatives to your first option just in case these discussion sections get filled up and you don't have space in your discussion section. So you can add alternatives. Your new student advisor will go over that, but it's important to have at least 8 alternatives with at least 1 or 2 different lecture sections and at least a few different discussion sections so that if yours gets filled up, you don't have to worry. So this is true for all of the highly demanded classes, and I would also recommend being able to have GE backups because the new student orientation advisors are only allowed to give you 1 major prep for sure. So because new student orientation took place all at once and everyone enrolled at the same time, it's important that you enroll your classes in a certain priority based off of what you need the most and what is the most competitive class that you're aiming for. So for me, my entire schedule, I chose to revolve it around Math 30A. And I based everything else off of that Math 31 or 30A section. For example, I chose 2 sections of chemistry that match with LS 30A. Then based off of those sections of chemistry, I looked at the compatibility of the different discussion sections. So you see they're different for Lecture 2 and Lecture 1 because they have different times. And there are different compatible discussion sections. And after that, I basically showed all of the compatible English Composition 3 classes, which is the 3rd class I wanted to take. So basically, if I got this class, these 2 classes are available. And since these are larger classes, I only gave myself 2 options, which was a good idea. And if one was taken, I could rely on the other. Now, if discussion 1A of lecture, if I get lecture 1 and I go into the discussion sections, I can choose between these. And this basically gives me leeway just in case if one of them are taken. Then after I choose this, I can choose between these. And the same thing with this. If I don't get 2C, I can choose a different one and still move on here. I highly suggest making a matrix like this one, just in case your first class gets filled up and you need other classes that match with the times of other classes you have already enrolled in. So in this clip, I want to enroll in a Fiat Lux, and this Fiat Lux is about the zombie apocalypse. So you want to click the pencil and click on enroll, and this is through your class planner. And once you click on enroll, it'll prompt these things. You select the checkbox, and all you have to do after that is enroll in the class, or if the class is filled, you can click on the button find another class to find more sections. Remember, after that, you want to check into your alternatives and make sure you have another class if it's filled. But all you had to do was click on that pencil and click enroll. So what you want to do is you want to first search up the class. So let's say I want Life Science 7A and everything in my planner is taken up. I search it up, and the good thing about this is you can enroll in all of these classes and it shows you all of the lecture sections and the discussion sections. You see, it's my enrollment appointment, which allows me to enroll through the Find Class Enroll feature. And it shows me things above and like beyond my planner, so if everything on my planner is filled up, it's okay. So this is how the prompt looks. You basically just click on the checkboxes and choose how you want to be graded, and you can enroll in it. Obviously the enroll is grayed out because I'm not enrolling in it right now. In order to maximize the chances of you getting the classes you want to use these techniques. So first, you want to open multiple tabs of the class planner and enroll in multiple classes at once. When pressing enroll on a class, the page begins to buffer while it enrolls you, leading to unnecessary time being wasted on a single enrollment. During that time, other kids might be filling up the classes you want. To eliminate this, open up multiple tabs of the class planner at exactly 9 a.m., make sure to refresh them at 9 a.m., and enroll in the order based off of your priority, separating the enrollment requests by seconds. For example, I needed Math 30A as a requisite for Chem 14A. Because of this, I enrolled in Math 1 second before Chem, which I did in a different tab. While the Math was buffering, I enrolled in Chem in English Composition 3, which also buffered. So by the time the Math was done buffering, the requisite was already inputted into the system, and while Chem was buffering and being enrolled, the Math credit was there. So enrolling in both of them at once allowed me to get both of the classes that I wanted. Another strategy that should be used is navigating to the Find a Class and Enroll tab when all of the classes in your planner are full. This will give you every option of the class that is open, so you don't have to waste time adding another section to your class plan. You can enroll directly from the page like I showed before. My last piece of advice is to enroll in the classes that have the least amount of space first, so you don't have to worry about potentially losing the hard classes that people are prioritizing. So here are the concluding and final thoughts of everything that I learned so far during new student orientation. So during the planning stage, make sure to utilize your planner and add many alternatives to your courses. This includes adding alternative GEs for the major prep courses that you need to take. I recommend having like 4 GEs for all of your prep courses, and make sure you understand you're guaranteed 1. So in theory, you only really need as many GEs as the ones that you're not guaranteed for. Have 5 to 8 alternatives for each course that you want, and make sure to add alternative discussion sections with the same lecture. So right before enrollment, make sure to have a few tabs with your planner open so you can enroll in multiple classes at once. Have both the planner and Find a Class and Enroll open. During enrollment, refresh at exactly 9 on all of your planner tabs. Then enroll in all of your compatible classes at once in other tabs. So all at once, enroll in every single class you need, so that while other people are waiting for the classes to buffer, you get all of them to buffer at the same time and get all of them to finish at the same time. Make sure you check to see if some classes failed enrollment, because that might happen and you might have to redo it. Don't just assume you get it because you enrolled in all of them at once. If your alternatives are full, use Find a Class and Enroll to see all sections that are open to enroll in. This doesn't require you to enroll through the planner, and you can enroll right there because your enrollment pass is open. Good luck everyone. I think everyone should be able to get their classes, and hopefully if you don't get your classes, your new student advisor is able to guide you in the right direction and enroll you in the classes you need.